Hello and welcome to Feel Bad Friday. We're going to take things a little lower down this week. For those of you who are frequent watchers, what are we at? Episode 7? 7 weeks I've been doing it. Having Fridays where I feel bad or feel good or anywhere in between. The structure of Feel Bad Friday is I play through a level. In the past 7 cases or whatnot, the Electric Shocktopus. And this is a game that I created and released in beta a little while back. So it's still in development, and it's got a level editor that people can make levels in. They share them with me, and then I play them. And you all get to see me as I fail. Now, last week kind of took the cake. It was a level by a random player that took me 30 minutes and 181 deaths, I believe, all told, to make it through. So it was not an easy level. It was fun to finally finish. It was very challenging, though. I encourage you to watch it. It's a cool level. It's a cool level to try out. The juggling aspect of it is clearly a little difficult. But it had some interesting parts, especially with like how the switches worked and what was going on. It took me a while to figure that out. So I thought I'd take a slightly different tack this week. Since that was so difficult, we're going to go back in time, back to the beginning eras of the Electric Shocktopus, when the world was new and the Shocktopus was differently electric, I guess. And we're going to play the first recorded level that somebody built for the Electric Shocktopus. That wasn't me, I think. I haven't done too much hunting. It's the first one in the old mega thread of levels. Maybe there's one even before that, but this is the first one that I could find. And it's called Danmaku Barrage. And it was created by Chemi. I think that's how you would pronounce Chemi's name, like in chemistry. And this was, gosh, a long time ago. I think the late 2013, maybe? So it's a while back that Chemi made this level. It's a nice, classic level, and it's got some interesting twists to it. So let me, first kind of run through it. You see we've got the Electric Shocktopus here. My goal is to get to that little exit that's down below me. And my goal in doing this is to pick up all 3 stars. Now, looking around at Chemi's level, you'll notice a couple of things. One is that there are 4 stars, because, hey, why not, I guess. There's no reason levels just need to have 3 stars. And then you notice something else, too. So the Electric Shocktopus can charge himself to be positive, so that you repel from other positive charges. It's all based on physics of electromagnetism. And this level, if you are trying to get around here, you notice there's spikes down there, and there's absolutely no way to get through this level. Because the best you could do is repel and die quicker, which is exciting, but perhaps not exactly what I want. So this level was built so far back in the history of Electric Shocktopus, it's got some old, outdated mechanics in it. Because back in the day, you used to be able to charge yourself positively or negatively. Got a little confusing for players and was a little challenging, so I cut it, at least for the moment, so now you can only charge positively. So if you charge negatively, of course, well, then you'd have a better chance of making it around there without repelling. Thankfully, NealCruco, we're familiar with from a couple episodes in the past. Neal's made some cool levels. Well, NealCruco went through and revamped this level, just brought it into the 21st and the 1500th century, maybe, depending on how hundredths of century works, by tweaking it. So now it's negative charges there. And in theory, now everything should work out. We still have the 4 stars. So I'm going to really reward myself after succeeding at this. But yeah, it's the first level recorded of the Electric Shocktopus. And in theory, then, it doesn't quite have the difficulty of the other levels. You see, I'm attracting now to the negative charges. All right. Well, let me get my game face on. See if I can do it. I had 1 death. That was just because I'm kind of being silly. But there we go. I'm retracting up there, then up I go. How few deaths can I get this in? Now, these tiles here, you will never see these outside of this level, probably. That's kind of interesting, and I'll tell you guys what's going on with that. But boom, first down here. Landing on the guns, they're only dangerous from one angle. And it's not this angle, I'm A-okay. And down we go. Alright, actually, it looks like I probably don't even need to use the magnetic fields right there. I've got the repulsion here. I certainly don't want to charge myself now, due to those spikes directly above. I don't know, that's going to... It's going to take some speed, so I will want to use the repulsion. Nope. Alright. First valid death. But hey, they all count. They all hurt just as much. There we go. So there's a level converter that, aside from NealCruco, level converter that kind of helps, because in fact, this is so long ago that not only are there different mechanics and different tiles, but the game worked with a different code system. I died off screen. It worked with a different code system, so you could share your levels, but it looked different, so it didn't work with the new version. So for a while, those levels sat in the forums unplayable with the new version of the game. So that's why I went ahead and made the converter. But let's see. Okay, that got me there quickly. Some might say a little too quickly. Aha! 2 stars out of 4. I guess that means we're halfway there. And I just need to get that star. Nope. No, do not want. Okay, that's 1 sand tile down, but that's alright, you know. Do you need all the sand tiles? Maybe. Okay. So the tiles that we've got there, I'm being nicer to myself. I'm not, you know, this is after 150 deaths in a half hour. This is child's play. This is early on, before I threw down the gauntlet for people to make particularly difficult levels. Okay, so we're back here. And nope, that didn't work to hide out. So yeah, you know, we're just taking it nice and easy. Just 8 deaths. What's 8 deaths? It's nigh on nothing. But anyway, these curving in the magnetic field. Otherwise, I'm going to avoid that magnetic field, because I don't need trouble. But what these weird tiles here are with the black outlines, those are actually a certain type of conductor, because in early, and like, not even that old, but in many versions of the game, up until the most recent, there were these floating conductors. So now in the game, you'll find grounded conductors. So you know, pieces of metal that are stuck into the ground ostensibly, so that the voltage is grounded. And then you'll have positive and negative voltages as well. But these ones, that's close. Yeah, these ones are floating, which just means they're like a piece of metal just sitting out on a table or something. They're not connected to the ground, they're not connected to the mains, they're not connected to anything. And the interesting about it is, well, they're still going to behave in a certain way. They'll just behave a little differently, right? They're going to bend the field differently than any of those other conductors would bend the field. So originally I had quite a few levels that had to do with that. And it's still in the game. You can see they still work. I just haven't updated their graphics because they don't actually exist in the game. But they kind of reflect a lot of physics problems. You'll encounter that a lot, to have a floating conductor when you're trying to figure out what the voltage on a metal sphere is. You can't do spheres in the Electric Shocktopus, but there we go. Alright. And now I just need to climb that, jump up, and repel without getting clobbered by that one thing that's making it through. Oh, okay. That'll be a challenge. Try not to destroy all the sand blocks while I still need them. Boop. Yeah, because back in the day, the Electric Shocktopus, oh my gosh, and developing this game, as you can tell, it's been in development for a while. Because I've got the... Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't want to jump here. That would be bad. That'd be bad news. If I could do that, and that, and... Ta-da! That 4th star, put it wherever you want. But there's so many mechanics that I've used throughout the development of the game, and these floating conductors, and one of them charging yourself negatively and positive. There are other things like kind of spheres that would float around that you would be able to attract or repel some moving charges, or you could charge the missiles so that you could repel them, or they might attract to you, or they'd repel from each other. And all things that I love to add back into the game if I get a chance to add more levels, but it just really didn't fit in 45 levels of the original game. It was a wee bit too much content. So, there's always the future, but this is a nice little look at the past. So thank you, Chemi, if you're still out there. It's probably been a while since Chemi's appeared in the Test Tube Games forums and dropped this bit of level magic on us. The name, by the way, Danmaku Barrage. This is something I didn't know until Chemi gave us this level. It's apparently a type of something, game, type of thing with a lot of bullets. Basically, bullet hell style game. And so hence the bullet hell going on down there. Now, since then, of course, the Electric Shocktopus has gotten a little more bullet hellish. If you don't believe me, just go watch, I don't know, juggling from last week to see how difficult it will be to interact with a whole bunch of missiles. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Danmaku Barrage, a glance back at the distant history of the Electric Shocktopus. I mean, look how young he looks right here. But there we go. Completed like a ninja. So thank you, Chemi, for creating the level. Thank you, NealCruco, as well, for converting the level and actually fixing it along the way, so it was possible. This is the first Feel Bad Friday that I've gotten 4 out of 3 stars on, so go me. This is good. This might even be a Feel Good Friday. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but there we go.